Hi, I'm Charmaine. Welcome to the Love of Self podcast, where we delve into the emotional aspects of finding love for self. Today's topic is struggle love. The struggles that we find ourselves in mentally will affect our inner connection to understanding the emotional depths of self-love. I find that a lot of the struggles that we go through tend to go along with identifying self-worth. And the part of discovering what self-love really is, I can often find myself going through trials through that discovery with the relationships that I have with others. That creates a opportunity to develop a relationship with myself. And both of those interactions creating new realizations within myself. It's a struggle to see how things can collide in certain ways to help your development. The struggle to find self-worth is real. Trying to find ways through your own relationship with yourself takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of mental will. It takes a lot of strive through deprivation. And I struggle sometimes. I'm still learning the true emotional needs of self-love that I have to give to myself. And the decisions that I make that inhibit emotional upliftment. There are times where we can become elevated and enlightened, but still fall short trying to fill voids, trying to fill something up that is empty inside, and be in many different avenues within our emotions that these things flare up time and time again, and we have to go back and heal. There are times where our ego can get the best of us, where we end up making decisions out of desperation. And when you fall short, it doesn't mean that you're not strong. It doesn't mean that you're not worthy, but it can mean that there's more to work on. And it's the struggles of life, Sometimes we get impatient. We get tired of being so strong all the time. We go through times, we have down times where we have to lift ourselves back up again. But during those down times, there's something to be experienced there. It doesn't mean that you're less of a person or you're less evolved, because experiencing the evolution of self and consciousness of what it means for you to find love within. These down times and dark experiences are a part of the growth. We're all human in this world. We all take a back seat sometimes. We're all here to strive for something better. And even though we're going through our struggles, that can create these impatient moments of backpedaling, we'll say, or these moments that are less than desirable that we may decide to take on. It doesn't mean that we can't rebuild something from it or learn something from it. It doesn't mean that we're less than someone else who seems to have it all together and perfect, and someone who seems to know what's right all the time. The struggles to make ends meet with our emotions is a real thing, and it's human for it to come up time to time. It's human to make mistakes. It's human to not be perfect. It's human to struggle sometimes through your emotional needs. We're not robots, or at least most of us aren't. It's okay to fall short. It happens. It happens to everyone, regardless of how perfect their life may seem or how righteous people can be. It doesn't mean that you can't uplift yourself from wherever you're at. It doesn't mean that your lessons have less value or substance behind it. It actually makes your lessons more in depth of understanding, especially when you realize the lesson is there, when you realize through the struggle that there's something to obtain within this. There's something to understand within yourself through whatever backpedaling behavior we decide to make, through whatever mistakes we make. Of course, we don't want to make excuses for doing things that aren't aligned with the trajectory of where we want to see ourselves. Of course, we don't want to continue within those things long term. Eventually, we'll have to snap out of it. But remembering who we really are through our struggling points in life can help us see the depths of what we still need to work on, how we still need to grow, how it's okay for us to be human, make humanly mistakes, and understanding that this life will always have lessons in it and take turns with winning and losing, and knowing that each struggle game that we play is always to our evolvement. It's just a matter of seeing the truth in every situation, seeing the truth within ourselves and the needs that we have, doing our best to not judge ourselves so much, doing everything that we can to understand that our imperfect behavior can still bring a perfect sensibility of understanding who we are, what we need, and where we still need to grow. It's all a part of life and living and learning and understanding. And the more that we understand, the better we can grow within our self-love and everything that comes with that. I'd like to thank you for taking these few moments to listen to what I have to say. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. So I'd like to ask you, are there struggles within your relationship with yourself? Do those struggles involve relationships with other people? How is the connection between the two related to your own self-worth and love? And what do you think you can do about it? I'd love to hear from you. Please comment or email theloveofselfpodcast@gmail.com. Please remember, I am not a therapist. Also, my new book is out, Love Yourself, a book of poetry and spiritual writings for self-love. It's available now on bookbaby.com. Purchase link is in my Instagram bio. I wish you all peace, love, and joy always. Until next time.